Hi, my name is Felice, and I'm the Happy Star Wars Guy. And today, in our episode, we are going to review Solo, a Star Wars story, and why it was really good versus all of the negative reviews that happened last year. And ultimately, my goal as a Happy Star Wars Guy is to make you see Star Wars through my eyes, to share with you how enjoyable it is, and it will continue to be for you. I do want to note there are going to be spoilers if you have not watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is an animated series that was done by Dave Filoni. If you have not seen Star Wars, um, if you've not read the Star Wars comic book series, if you have if you have not if you've lived in a bubble and only gone to see the movies on the big screen, you're missing a lot. And let's face it, there are going to be spoilers because I'm going to explain a lot, because the fact that they've incorporated these things from the extra material in the legends, that I'm excited and I want to share that excitement with you. But if you have not read it, I'm going to try to do my best to share with you some highlights of these storylines that will help you maybe even go back and pick up a book, pick up a comic book, uh, rent or stream, whatever you do to see the Clone Wars. Um, there's a lot in the Star Wars universe that you've missed out if you have not been keeping up. And I'm gonna keep you up to speed. I'm gonna share it with you, and it may be a spoiler, so please be mindful of that. All right, without further ado, one of the first critiques that I read about Solo, Star Wars movie, was the fact that um, Alden Ehrenreich was not Harrison Ford. Duh. So I think that Alden did a great job of embodying Harrison's um, mannerisms, and because let's face it, Harrison Ford defined who Han Solo is and was for the Star Wars universe. That was something the actor brought to the table, and Harrison Ford did a fantastic job of creating this lovable scoundrel. That there was more to Han Solo than we could see, and we saw glimpses of it, especially in Empire Strikes Back, which, if you noticed from the first videos that I presented last week and then this week, I'm going to go through my collection of clothes and mugs and share with you some of my my stuff. So this week, since we're talking about Solo, a Star Wars movie, I thought it would be beneficial to have an Empire Strikes Back mug, and also wear a Millennium Falcon T-shirt from Hot Topics. So anyway, Alden did a great job as Harrison Ford. In my opinion, I really felt that after watching the movie that Alden did a good job of studying all the movies and seeing the mannerisms and bringing Han Solo to life via Harrison, via that Harrison Ford feel. The other thing that I thought Danny Glover did a great job of bringing the Lando feel to us, and I really think he did a great job. And then in the movie, we get to see the evolution of Han Solo as a human, and we get to see how there is a rebel in him, but yet he's always looking out for his own back because it's all he knew. So in the beginning of the movie, we see Han Solo struggling in the streets of a planet, and then finding that one gold nugget to like get off planet and start his new life together, and that all goes awry, and then we see the evolution of Han Solo, and also the evolution of Kira, and Kira ends up getting involved in the Crimson Dawn, And here's where the spoiler alerts come in. If you haven't seen the movie Solo, um, one, I really don't think you're a true Star Wars fan. Two, if you are, you really need to watch it and forget all the bad reviews that have happened, because it's a good movie. And here's why. Here's the pinnacle moment for me when, at the end of the movie, we get to see a glimpse of the Crimson Dawn, and the Crimson Dawn leader is still, at this point in time, Darth Maul. And and here's the spoiler alert, if you have not watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, or Star Wars, read the Star Wars comic books, you have no idea that Darth Maul did this huge raid on the Black Sun. And if you're a Star Wars fan like me, you know that the Black Sun is um, a criminal syndicate that is first shared with us in, as far as I remember, and I could be corrected, but in Shadows of the Empire is where we see the Black Sun. And in the comic books and in the Clone Wars, we see Darth Maul take over the Black Sun and completely rewrite the Star Wars history. Because Star Wars Shadows of the Empire is part of the Legends, and that's where we see Prince Caesar, and or Caesar, whichever you want to pronounce it. It's, in my linguistic opinion, Caesar, because it's Xizor. But anyway, he's a Feline alien that Leia encounters, and there's a whole nother YouTube video about this in the future. But Darth Maul creates a Crimson Dawn from the Black Sun and taking over the crime syndicate. Dryden Voss is one of Darth Maul's right-hand man, and because of what happens to Dryden Voss and Kira's apparently backstory, while Han Solo and Kira are not together, creates an opportunity for Kira to reposition herself with the Crimson Dawn and the favor of Darth Maul. So in my opinion, this movie is great because it opens all these new doors for other stories that we get to see on the theater, at the theater in the big screen. And it opens a new opportunity to see Star Wars outside of the Skywalker story. And that, to me, is the most exciting opportunity, because up until this point, everything has been focused on Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and all that background, which is how it originally started, which is fantastic. However, the more that I've read of Star Wars, the more fond I've become of the backstories of all the different characters and all the universe behind Star Wars. And I hope, again, through this video series, that you will continue to grow in your appreciation of the Star Wars legacy. That I can help you understand the Star Wars legends and how they're incorporated into the canon of Star Wars through Disney, and that you have a whole new appreciation. So thank you for tuning in this week, and I hope that you subscribe and like, and in the future I hope to share more about my thoughts and how Star Wars is really awesome. And I hope you appreciate it too, with a new set of eyes through this YouTube channel. So next week I want to take a look at The Force Awakens and why The Force Awakens was a great movie in its own right, outside of all the negative aspects. Again, this channel was started because of all the negative aspects, all the negative reviews of Star Wars. I didn't appreciate them. I love Star Wars, and I want you to love it too. So I want to bring happiness to Star Wars again. And here's the happy Star Wars guy saying, may the Force be with you. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.